Hello Virgo, this is your March 2017 forecast. It's an exciting month because we've got an unusual aspect that's with us for most of this year, but on the 2nd of this month it's exact, which is the opposition of Uranus and Jupiter. Very much for you affecting your financial houses. And this aspect is often a sudden relief of tension, of limitation, of restriction, of things that have been weighing on you. And suddenly you find a way to break out and create something new. It's known in certain circles as the thank the Lord aspect, because it really is something that can change your luck on a dime. Suddenly when things look as though they've been going down, 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 all of a sudden something new comes in and enables you to really turn things around very quickly. So this bodes extremely, potentially very well. It could also bring about a turnaround in a relationship, especially as we've got Venus in this 8th house retrograde from the 6th of March until the 15th of April. And Venus rules your finances, but also your relationships. When it's retrograde, it's often a time when somebody from your past can come into your life again. Sometimes they stay, sometimes they don't, but more often than not, it's an opportunity for a resolution. It's an opportunity for closure, for you to be able to release something of the past so that you can start fresh once Venus goes direct after the middle of April. Chances are as well, when Venus is retrograde, there could be a lot of turnarounds in the markets, stock markets, bond markets, gold markets, currencies. Could be changes financially, a lot of chopping and changing globally. So this would be a good month to really look at your finances and look at ways in which you can, if you do need to make some changes that could be very beneficial. And as I say, this could be a very fortunate year for you financially because of that Jupiter-Uranus aspect. Now on the 10th of March, we've got Mars coming into your 9th house. Great place for deciding to study something. Maybe you're going to teach something. Good time for publishing. Maybe you're going to go to court and really go after something that you feel is a real principle and you have to stick up for justice. It's a wonderful time for putting energy into traveling, making a trip, planning a trip, maybe meeting somebody overseas. And it's just a great time as well for putting energy as well into your spiritual growth, your meaning of life, what gives you meaning, and maybe having a whole new perspective on all the aspects in your life that's more refreshing, that's new. There's a lot of ground shifting for you this month, Virgos. Don't resist it, go with it, and wait for the surprises. On the 12th of the month, we've got a full moon happening in your sign. So a full moon gives you an opportunity really to see yourself. It's in your 1st house. It's an opportunity to reinvent yourself, to look at the things that you're happy with, to look at the things maybe that you are less satisfied with, and where do you want to make some changes. For some of you it might be your appearance, how you look, how you want to be seen. For some of you it might be in your relationships, since we've got quite a lot of activity in the relationship house happening. Maybe it's an opportunity for you just to let go of being so responsible for everything and say, hey, you know what? I've done enough. I'm letting go, I'm going to relax a little more, and I'm going to go in my own pace and my own rhythm. On the 14th of the month, we've got Mercury coming into your 8th house, the house that rules sex and intimacy. You might have some interesting conversations this month. On the 21st of the month, we've got the Sun coming into that 8th house. And on the 28th, we've also got a new moon happening in that 8th house. So a huge focus very much this month to do with your finances. There could be some new beginnings with a partnership. You might get into a business partnership. You might get some sponsorship, a grant, some money could appear just out of nowhere. But there's certainly some new beginnings as well, with you looking at ways in which you can maybe become more intimate, closer to maybe one person in your life. Let down your guard maybe a little bit. Sometimes Virgos, you can be a little bit cautious. Maybe it's time to just let a few guards down and see what happens. I'm not saying to throw caution to the wind and to be silly, but nonetheless to maybe move a little bit more out of that comfort zone, because often Virgos can be a little shy. So maybe it's time to overcome that shyness and reach out to another person in a deeper way, a more meaningful way. It's also a wonderful opportunity as well for studying metaphysics, astrology, tarot, channeling, anything psychic, developing your intuition, trusting that intuition. If anything, Jupiter opposite Uranus is a wonderful reignition of your intuitive senses. Exciting month, dear Virgo. You might want to have a reading of your own about how the aspects are affecting you personally and how you can make best use of the energies. Thank you for commenting, sharing and subscribing. Bye for now.